Right, welcome back to the program. Ernest. Hey, Ernest. Oh, David is back. Hey, Radin Yankopon, they can change the people. There's Ernest Abuba and then now there's David Ahuma. Whoa. Anyway, whatever it is, good morning to you, Sarah Lotu Asare. Sarah, I greet you. Good morning. You don't know her, folks. She's in the studio. She's the daughter of one of my guests, a man who I've had the privilege and honor of having, and he is blunt. He speaks his mind. He's none other than Ghana's amateur coach, Coach Ofori Asare. Coach, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And then he's been joined by some guy who is 6 feet 8 inches tall. Abubakar Sulemana. Are you a Dagomba?
No, not Dagomba.
No, never ever use those words, not now. What's the meaning of not now?
Tamale, I think.
Pardon?
Tamale, Wale.
Yes, so stop using this one. We try to lump all
of us together.
Yeah, Sisala or Dagomba, those sort of things. Anyway, so we are here discussing boxing and education. Now, I don't get it. Let me start with you, Sulemana. I don't get it. Where's the link? You are making learning happen.
Yep.
And then why boxing?
So it's a way to bring awareness to a social problem that Making Learning Happen is trying to solve, which is basically help raise funds to provide basic desk and chairs to children in underprivileged locations.
And where's the link again? Because I'm asking the link because I don't see. I would have thought that yes, what you're putting yourself in is quite deep and it's quite big, particularly when it comes to education aspect of it. So now, to have the likes of Jojo and the rest sitting with their boxing, amateur boxing, what's happening? Why did you choose boxing? Why didn't you choose athletics?
Excellent question, and everyone keeps asking me that why boxing, why not golf, why not tennis, why not any of the various sports. Growing up, I've been a great admirer of boxers. I like the discipline, I like the hard work, I like the dedication that boxers bring to their craft. So when I picked up this social challenge of trying to raise funds to provide desk and chairs for kids, I also looked at a personal challenge. And one of the options I looked at, and at my age, 56 years old, at my age, it had to be health related.
You're trying to show you're still younger than me.
I'm younger than you. Amazing. So I was trying to look for a personal challenge, right? And again, I thought of golf or a marathon, stuff like that. But I thought, no, I wanted something more challenging, something that would be physically draining. And because I've been a great fan of boxing, I just thought, hey, why don't you go with boxing?
So how did you get in touch with the they're not called Ghana Boxing Authority, no more Ghana Amateur Boxing? Yeah.
So when I decided to go on the route of boxing, I spoke to a few friends that were in boxing and they introduced me to Coach Asare. So I approached them and said, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. I love boxing. I have never fought in my life. You have 1 year to train me to be ready for a celebrity fight. So over the last year, I've been training with Coach just to get myself ready for the big fight, which is coming up in 30 days' time.
Exactly when and where? What time?
26th of August at the Accra Sports Stadium, Hannah Hathramani Hall.
And you have an idea about who you'll be fighting?
Yes, his name is Haruna Mohammed. Everyone says I have an advantage because I'm 6'4", he's 6'6". I'm 56 years. He's even younger than my first son. Right?
Repeat it encore.
He's 6'6", big guy, and taller than me, right? So reach-wise, he's ahead of me. Age-wise, he's about 24, 25 years old. So he has all the advantages. But again, to the point that I raised earlier on, I was looking for a personal challenge, and there's no bigger personal challenge than 56-year-old fighting a 24-year-old.
And you, Ofori Asare,
yes,
agreed to allow a 56-year-old man fight his son. But let me do it as my lesson style. Fight his son, and you are coaching him.
Yeah, I think you know the philosophy of father and son, and also this is something very interesting. Something that I think it has to be done in a way to attract. It has to be done in a way that people will have interest in it. support it, because it's all about also raising funds, also to be able to help the less privileged, as he said. So I also embrace it, because in my gym, Wisdom Boxing Club, you will see there's an inscription on the wall. We normally say book before hook. Book before hook. I think we believe in learning, believe in education. We know that the best thing that can happen to boxing is when the boxers are able to learn and come up with proper expression talks whenever they are being interviewed. It doesn't matter when you choose boxing. If you don't have education, but at least you can do something to get yourself to the level, because whether you like it or not, you have to face the world. You have to talk to them. You have to let them know what you are about. So I embrace what he brought forth, and we start the training. And he proved to me that even though he's that age, he can still
Are you afraid to
do something. and also, we still have to manage it. So we are not going to use the same timing for boxers. We made, instead of 3 minutes, we are going to do it 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. So we are making sure that we will do it in a way that it will attract.
What about the break? The break is still 1 minute.
The break is still 1 minute. Yeah.
Why did you do it 2-2?
Well, we
2
can
minutes
take your advice and add that one.
Because
also
but how many rounds are they going?
5 rounds. Yeah.
Hey, but this is pure amateur, and the man is a father.
Yeah, I know, but that's why we are training before. It's taking us about a year to be able to arrive to that.
Abubakar Sulemana, please. Are you going to be able to go, 1, the distance, and 2, look, you're meeting somebody who is far younger, who is young enough to be your son, much more vigorous than you? Is that not a risk you're taking?
Definitely, but life is risk. So my plan is, I didn't just jump in, didn't decide one day and then started boxing the next day, or started sort of like picking up this fight the next day. But I've been training for 1 year. I was actually visiting with my family in the U.S. I came back from the U.S. yesterday, and for the next 30 days before the fight, I'm going to put myself through a massive, rigorous training.
I'm going to deny you that, but I see it at my age. Sometimes when you get up, you see
Oh, yes. And by the way, even with the sparring at the gym, I have a jaw which is practically not broken, but when I chew, I hear some clicks here because I got a punch.
There you are.
I got a punch on my rib. The next day I had to go to Leicester Hospital to be x-rayed. So, yes.
That's my worry for people your age, my age. And then you accepted it.
So we are guiding against that.
I don't care. You accepted it. Will there be enough doctors around?
Yeah, we'll do.
I hope so. About 3 of them.
We'll do
one should be a heart specialist. The other one should be is it a chiropractor or whatever they call them, and then the orthopedics.
Yeah, even those who are even more younger, when they spy, they got injured. Yes, and so as for injuries and training, it's inevitable, as you know. You can't go away with it, so you must marry it and keep on going.
Really?
So he's trying to do something that I feel like being part of it, because it is very laudable, and I want to support it.
Look, folks, we've had 2 terms today. The first one was Adansi at 10, and he says he survived. And the next one is book before hook. Book before hook. If they land that one punch on you, because even you see, Solomon, I'm not trying to play you down, but I have a very good and I've had a long-term relationship with Azuma Nelson. And he said one of the things that
your dad is fond of you.
Used to upset him was that he'll be in the ring fighting, and then the opponent will land a punch, and all he's seeing are stars. Then he'll be hearing his cornerman shouting, "Can you dodge more blow? Dodge what blow?" You think you can't even see the thing coming. I hope you're psychological, because me, I'm more concerned in terms of your age. I thought initially you were going to fight another 56-year-old person. And
If you can find one from me, I'll fight them. But I don't think there'll be any 56-year-old that are ready to fight.
But will students be in there?
Will who?
Students.
Yes, we are planning to.
Yeah.
Yes, we are planning to bring some of the kids that
Okay,
will benefit
because
from
that's
it.
the key thing. Because if it's being hooked or linked up with
Yeah.
Yes,
education,
absolutely. Yeah.
it's
And also, I think we've been rehearsing. It's not that you are just coming out.
Oh, I know.
So we've been working under the scene, trying to put up something very presentable. So we are working on every aspect of it.
Give me the exact date again, because even me, you said September when?
It's 26th of August,
August, sorry.
Saturday. So it's exactly a month from now.
Okay, 26th
August,
yeah.
at the Accra Sports Stadium.
What time?
We start at 6 o'clock, but the
6
main
p.m.?
6 p.m.
Good.
The main fight, myself, will be fighting at 9 p.m.
So are there what they call warm-up fights or
Yes,
build-up fights?
we have a few warm-up fights, about 10 of them.
Yeah, and who are they between? Are they between up-and-coming guys or established guys already?
I think
Amateurs.
equal level boxers.
Okay.
Amateurs, yeah.
Okay.
So we also have the plan of promoting from the grassroots to the elite level. So we want to bring in juvenile boxers as well, amateur boxers, and then link it to the professional boxers. So amateur will be there, professional boxers will also be there, and then juvenile as well.
Will Sarah be there? I'm asking you, but why are you looking at me?
She is the matchmaker. I realized that she is in love with boxing, and I have to put
Like father, like daughter.
so I keep on encouraging her, and now she has really proved to me that she can do it. And even now, she has been recognized by the WBC, and she's the BBC rep in Ghana now.
Okay.
In terms
Okay.
of WBC care.
Okay. Okay.
So she's not only doing it, but she is also climbing
Up the ladder, as it were. Tell me, what sort of when I say what sort of students have you been to the schools to let them know about? Have you been on a sort of publicity campaign? I know you can't go all over the country, but let's say even if because it's being held in Accra, so you limit it to Accra schools. Have you been to schools like Preset, Motown, Was, Odogono?
So the schools that are going to benefit from fundraising are the schools that have like under challenging conditions. I mean, some of these schools, basically, the kids study using blocks for desk and chairs.
Yeah.
So these are the kids that we are targeting. With regards to a publicity campaign, this is the first that we are doing. So the rest of today and over the next 30 days, we are planning to do more of this to bring awareness. But this program was started about 2 years ago. So there are some schools that have already benefited from our charity organization, and the plan is that after this event, the funds we raise, we are going to go out, and 100% of the funds we raise is going to be used to build desk and chairs for these kids across all 16 regions.
I find it intriguing. Maybe what I like is the fact that you're looking at the coach, the deprived schools, rather than the elite schools. So with all due respect, the Motown, the P6, the Fan Spins and whatnot can go and sink in the ocean. But in order to expand the sport, for instance, with the kids who are coming up, do you have any plans of taking that necessary, taking it to some of these schools, let them know, minus what is coming up, going yourself? Or have you ever thought about going to those schools and saying, listen here, I can start in Greater Accra, I can start with the proximity. Yes, because sometimes you find out that there are potential athletes or stars or boxers or whatever they are in those schools, but because they've not been given the opportunity to shine, they go away.
Yeah, I think this is the initial step, and we are going to follow up. Already, my daughter Sarah has already started visiting some schools, and she is more interested in female boxing, and so she's doing very well on that side. She has most of the times when she goes, she's able to bring about 2 or 3 female boxers to the gym, which we are training them under the scene for now. So, like you said, there are potentials, their talent, hidden talents in some of these schools who they think boxing is not part of them. And so we are trying to enlighten them that some of them are more talented, some of them can even do better than those we have now. But it is because their mind is not in that direction. So we are also going to take or follow up the steps to be able to reach everybody. That is why we are also getting into the promotional aspect. Because at the initial stages, we are only boxing club, and we find that we produce a whole lot of good boxers, but at the end, most of the times, the finishing is very, very bad. We have about 5 Olympians already from Wisdom Boxing Club. None of them have been able to get the world title yet. Basti Sambe is around the place. He needs proper management or proper promotion to be able to get to where he is. And if now we are not able to get him there are a lot coming up which we also want to. So now we are getting into promotion as well. And this is our maiden promotion. We will make sure that after training the boxers, going through the amateur and getting the necessary exposure and experience, you also get proper promotion and then good management. Because the difficult aspect of, and I think that is what is affecting our boxing in general, that we don't have proper finishing. And so most of the boxers who pass through the amateur rank, they end up not doing well. When you study around the world, most of the Olympians in many countries always end up being world champions. But when you come to that, we look at our history about our Olympic medal winning boxers. None of them have been able to win a world title for Ghana. Whereas other countries, if you are able to win Olympic medal, there is no way you can ever be a world champion.
Okay, quick one here. I'll give you the final word, but quick one here. So, look, I can't let you go scot-free if you have come into the studio. So, come on, AU Games and Olympic Games next year. How are the training going?
Yeah, I think we've been having a whole lot of difficulties, but we've never given up. Recently, there was a national individual championship, and the hooliganism aspect we couldn't finish. And so we decided that where we reach, boxers who get opportunity to fight, we are able to see their talent. Those who didn't, we will call all of them together. So we are expecting about 78 boxers, which will come and join the old national team. We will train, and then out of that, we tone the team down because we want to give everybody chance. The African Games is on our laps. We need to be able to win medal at the African Games and also qualify to the Olympic Games to make or to repeat our history. Because since we've made the mark at the past Olympics, we can't go there and flop.
Okay. All right, great stuff. Final words to you and the boxing for education or the education for boxing or whichever one it is interchangeable.
Yes.
Boxing. What are your final words? And you've dubbed it Fight for Education.
So we've, and most people are aware, some of these primary school children study in very challenging environments using blocks for desk and chairs. I know the government is helping, but we're also looking at everyone that is watching this program and everyone else that can support. What we are looking for is 100 CDs, 200 CDs that we can leverage to help give them basic desk and chairs, right? These are kids that are, again, in the villages in all our 16 regions. We just want to give them a basic environment to help them make learning happen. These are potentially some of our future leaders in the country. So any way you can support, we'll be happy to take your support. Any of the social media platforms, just go to Making Learning Happen, type in Making Learning Happen, you would see our link, and then you can use it to donate any amount. 100% of all your donations go to providing these basic desks and chairs for children in all the villages.
So key thing here is 26 August, 6 p.m. at the Accra Sports Stadium. I still call it Ohinigan Stadium. I don't know why it was ever changed. You politicians and whatever it is. Anyway, 26 of August 2023, 6 p.m. Ohinigan Stadium in Accra. You're going to see a 6'4", 56-year-old man taking on a 6'6", 24-year-old man. What a mismatch. Oh boy. Abubakar Sulemana, making learning happen. Thank you very much for coming. Coach Ofori Asare.
Yeah. Hook before hook.
Hook before hook. Wisdom Boxing Gym.
Yes.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
And Sarah Lochu Asare, the one who has been, a lady who has been elevated within the WBC ranks. And thank you for coming and supporting your old man for this. Folks, we'll be right back after this. There'll be football when we return.